It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena in downtown Salt Lake City. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz taking on the Houston Rockets. The opening tip won by the Jazz as we get started in Salt Lake City. Jay, 48 wins for Utah last year. Good for 5th in the West. What's the forecast now?
I know Jazz fans may hate me on this one, but they'll be 5th or worse. And the reason why I'm saying this is that every team above them has 2 superstars or more. Think about Houston, CP3, James Harden, Golden State, okay? They have 5 All-Stars on their team. Portland, Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum. Also OKC, Paul George, and you think about Russell Westbrook. Who is going to be that second superstar to go along with Donovan Mitchell is a big-time question for Quinn Snyder.
Harden has it up the floor to Capella. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Rubio, defended by Tucker. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Ricky Rubio missed his first. That one goes.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Harden. A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Harden to Paul. Here comes the screen. Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what Quinn Snyder preaches, that's how you end up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
Paul buries it on the catch and shoot. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm going to be real with you. I haven't seen any limitations in Donovan Mitchell's game. He's always on balance, and it doesn't matter if you hit him attacking the rim or off the dribble. You're never going to knock him off kill. The only thing you can do as an opponent is you have to make him work the entire length of the ball game. Pick him up 94 feet, get his legs tired, and hope that he makes bad decisions down the stretch.
4-3. Tucker, dead on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
To Joe Ingles. To Rubio. Fires the 3. That won't go. Paul into the front court. 10-6 our score. Trying to cash in. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Rubio to Allen. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. It's Rockets ball. Harden to Paul. Surveys the floor. Chance for Chris Paul. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Here's Rubio into the front court. 10-all is our score. To Gobert. Grayson Allen goes to the left side. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Rubio. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Harden with the basketball. Shot clock off as they look to break the tie. And the basket good at the rim. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter's complete with the Rockets in front. Good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Rudy Gobert returns last year. The Jazz go on their run. Jay, how reliant is Utah on the Frenchman?
I would say pretty heavily, considering he's the reigning NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and his footwork on the perimeter to guard pick and pops, especially in the West where people are playing small ball, is imperative for this team. This team has to win it on the defensive end. That is the mentality of the Utah Jazz. Old school, like the old days with Byron Russell and John Stockton. That's the way they'll win games.
Paul with it up top. Leads just a point. Nene. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Mitchell picked up by Paul. Won't go. Tucker. Mitchell with the basketball. They trail by 1. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Probing the defense. Paul. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Now Paul with the basketball. His team up by 1. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Changes coming from both sides right now. To Rubio. Down low for Gobert. Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It'll stay with Utah. Joe Ingles. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Ricky Rubio. Now 3 for 9.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Utah with the possession. Rubio. Mitchell against Clint Capella. To Rubio. Here's a chance from long range. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Paul into the front court. Leads 1. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust to P.J. Tucker. Paul. They work it down to Gordon. And that's rejected by Gobert. The stifle tower.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Ingles. Capella's on him. To Rubio. Has a look. Shot for Mitchell won't go. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Paul. Mitchell with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Rubio. Gets it in the right corner. Joe Ingles to Rubio. 5 to shoot for Utah. Add 2 points to the board.
There was so much debate going on about who is the best gem in the 2017 NBA draft. Was that Jason Tatum? But a lot of people think it's Donovan Mitchell. I have to agree. What a great find by Dennis Lindsey, the GM for the Jazz. At 13 overall, he wound up leading all rookies in scoring, averaging 20.5 points per game.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 8.
to P.J. Tucker. Oh, denied.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Harden. Gobert with the rebound. Mitchell against Chris Paul. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Harden. That misses with 3 seconds left. Long key from three-quarters court. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Jazz have themselves a narrow lead, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. These are the guys getting buckets for the Utah Jazz. The Rockets aren't down by too much at the half. The emphasis was on the three ball to open this game. Actually, that's how they score most of their points. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust if their success from long range doesn't continue in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Steals.
That must have been a difficult half of basketball for these coaches to watch. Neither team was able to hold on to the ball, as you can see by the steals in these highlights. Still, some credit should go to the guys with the active hands.
Player of the half.
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Jay, last year, Rockets 65-17. Good for #1 record in the West. What's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. But also, I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he was during the regular season. But those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. From the outside, no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Knocked loose. Jazz have the ball. Rubio picked up by Paul. Rockets have the steal.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that in transition.
Rubio into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Mitchell here against Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. From the painted area, won't go down. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
James Ennis. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one, count it.
It's like practice.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Oh, good shot, boy.
Utah's got it. To Gobert. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Harden in possession. Tie game, third quarter. Capella to Paul. Down low for Tucker. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Oh, Capella up to block it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Gobert, deep right corner. Baseline drive. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Fires the 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Here's Rubio up top. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Ricky Rubio trying to cash in on the 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Rubio, Capella's on him. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Paul to Harden. Oh, Gobert sends him packing.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Lets it fly from long range. Ingles taking the momentum of the 2018 playoffs into that 3.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Paul, they work it to Capella, down low. A big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Beyond the arc for 3. Off the iron. No good. Paul across the timeline. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden buries the 3. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you, call it the Harden rule, for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Mitchell guarded by Michael Carter-Williams. Down to Gobert. Shot from the lane won't go. Paul into the front court. Leads just a point. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both.
Easy layup.
Here's Rubio into the front court. Shot clock off as they trail by 3. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
The assist from number 23.
Straight on 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Rockets with the lead. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and that third quarter was one to forget. Remember, Jay, they led at the break, and now they find themselves on the wrong side of the score.
Yeah, but this game is about next play. If you spend too much time worried about what was, you can't focus on what is. Put that quarter behind you and focus on the task at hand.
Nice finish at the rim.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Allen. Knight into the front court. Up 6. For 3. Oh, Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Jazz pick it up. Runner here won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
The pass set it all up.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Allen. And they called a foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
The Houston Rockets, number 13, James Harden. Into the game for the Jazz, number 3.
Rubio. They get it down to Gobert. Rudy Gobert. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Now Paul with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Utah ball.
I got ball. D up, y'all.
To Rubio. Mitchell. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
The wait is over, fans. We've added more items to our team shops, including the fan favorite throwback jerseys. Get one for yourself before they're all gone.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 8, James Ennis.
Paul to Harden.
Utah Jazz. Number 2,
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good. Donovan Mitchell with the rock to Favors. Takes stock of the floor. Trying to cash in. Shot won't go. Can't miss those. To P.J. Tucker. From long range. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Mitchell, guarded by CP3. To Joe Ingles. Going to launch beyond the arc. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Joe Ingles. Shot clock winding down. Mitchell can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's the Rockets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets came away with the victory in this one. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Jazz didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Houston Rockets were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting, and it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.